And of course, how sad some Arsenal fans were. Yes, the outrage on social media, it was crazy. And of course, one of the most talked about names would actually be that of the man who we all know as Matt, the referee at the center of the whole action. But that would not be our first port. Of course, let's talk about what's happening right here down in Nigeria, as we call the Frenchies. Of course, a beautiful moments right there from games that went down. Well, let's let you know that the Yinba were in action in the CAF Confederations Cup. They hosted Al Masry of Egypt right there in Uyo. And of course, a lot of people are eager to see what they'll be able to do, knowing that they actually had the fate of many Nigerian clubs, in their hands. That fixture, well, they had to share the spoils. It was a 1-0 draw right there between Yinba and Al Masry. Al Masry had actually scored earlier in the game with a fine header from Ahmed. And of course, Asham was right there to put, some fire in the boot right there against Ayinba. And of course, as he knocked it past Anil Zemina, a lot of people had questions. But then it was later on Ifanye Mekwele who actually rose, of course, headed from range right there to ensure that Ayinba restored parity, and they actually ended the game on level times. It was quite a scene looking at how it all went on. And of course, a lot of people talking about the coefficients, a lot of people talking about the fate of Nigerian clubs when you talk about the forthcoming season, when you talk about the CAF competitions. Remember, the coefficients are pointing at us actually going lower and lower because of the performances of some of our club sides when you talk about CAF continental competitions for the clubs. And of course, a lot of people looking now. Well, some sites talking about the Malians, especially like the likes of State Malian, Joliba also. They were part of those who decide our fates, and they contrived to actually drop right there in this past weekend. But then Ayimba did not win. And of course, it will take a miracle, a big miracle, for us to actually say, we are going to advance into the next round. And qualification for the next round would also ensure that we have something good going for us when you talk about the coefficients. Alright, let's talk about the NPFL now, because we have stories right there. And of course, there is an update from the management body, and the statement is like this. Remember, there was something that happened right there not too long ago. Talking about the battle between Rivers United and Nasarawa United, Hope Not. And of course, there was some scenes that were ugly right there. A lot of people now happy about some movement. And of course, one of those was the media aide of River State Sports Commissioner, the person of Samuel Wenjia. And of course, he actually put out some stories, he said some things. While all this was going on, a lot of people actually said, okay, what is happening? Well, after a thorough inquest conducted into the fallout of the Nasarawa United versus Rivers United game, the media aide of the River State Sports Commission, I'm talking about Samuel Wenjia, he has been banned from all NPFL related activities, including league venues, until the end of the season. Kiloshe, what's come far? Wenjia's ban comes following a review on his article titled Lafia, Pain, Blood and Escaping Death by Whiskers, which misrepresented the true state of affairs. So what they're saying is he actually put out a false account of things as they happened right there in Lafia. And the statement from the NPFL continues, the exaggerated and false statements from the article have harmed the image of the NPFL and brought the game into disrepute. And thus, Wenjia has been urged to refrain from actions that undermine the credibility of the NPFL in future, as the decision was taken to safeguard the image of the league. So, Wenjia, whoever you are, we don't want you to be seen at any of the venues where any NPFL related activity is ongoing. That is what it is right there. And it was crazy scenes right there talking about what we got from those articles. All right, so let's go on to the women's side, because we can confirm now that there have been signings and there have been unveilings, and of course there have been scenes right there where we actually seeing what is to come, the beauty from the stables of the ladies. All right, the queens are here, and of course we have beautiful memories of all you're serving us. Let's go. Remo Stars ladies can confirm the signing of Immaculata Ofyonga. She is a defender and she is beautiful. She will be joining the squad for the upcoming season. And of course, look at those pictures. It is quite beautiful to actually see her smiles in here. She's not the only one. There are smiles also on the faces of some of the other signings. And of course, one of those is the arrival of the midfield maestro at DBC Makati. Well, she actually joins the Sky Blue ladies from Oshun Babes, bringing with her a wealth of experience and skills to the team right there. And of course, it's good luck to the smiling beauty right here. I tell ya. And of course, right away from Remo Stars ladies, let's talk about Rivers Angels, because I can see pictures of angels all the way. Well, the very first one has to be so angelic, because if you see pictures of this lady and the announcements and the comments are following this on the Rivers Angels page, you would know that a lot of people are eager to watch their games. Let's talk about it. The name is Fatima Oloko, and she is a goalkeeper. Oh my days. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful smiles all the way. Fatima Oloko, she wears a number 33 jersey, and a lot of people are eager to see what she brings right there for the team. Also, yes, former captain of the Nigeria's Flamingos, that's the under-17 women national team, Taiwa Afolabi, has joined Rivers Angels from Delta Queens ahead of the NWFL 25 season. And of course, the jewels of Rivers are actually very, very, very happy and excited about this particular move. And of course, it bodes well for them. We wait to see what happens in the coming days. But hey, everybody is excited about this signing. Well, of course, yes, there is a signing also for Rivers Angels. Her name is Yusuf Nana. Of course, she joins from the Clonfres Queens ahead of the season. Well, the signings are not done, dusted for them. We actually have the gaffer of the side being unveiled, and that's the person of Blanksing. And of course, interesting times right there for this man. Okay, yes, just as beat, we are hearing rumors of Eric Chell. Yes, he will be assisted by three close friends who he has worked with in Mali, as well as with the Algerian club MRC Oran. Of course, they say that this man is bringing them from his playing days from House Lens in France, where he was a known central defender and captain for many years. And of course, those men are Eddie Taubibi, and of course he is supposed to be the first assistant, right-hand man and video analyst, Thomas Gonerek, who is a fitness trainer as well as a goalkeeper trainer, Jean-Daniel Padovani, and all four of them will fly into Abuja. Well, yesterday they flew already in, and of course we're expecting them later on today ahead of the unveiling of Eric Chell at 11 a.m. And of course it's going to be a whirlwind of activities right there as we look at the fixtures coming through for the GAFA. And of course that will be excluding the 2024 Chan, where we actually have a lot of activities going on and people excited about the Chan Eagles. All right, we go on this commercial break, and when we come back, we have loads and loads of stuff for you from the side.
Please listen to this social announcement. University of Ibadan Christian Family Fellowship cordially invite the general public to come and meet Jesus through his servant, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, in the program tagged Good News. Date, Tuesday, January 14, 2025, and time is 4 p.m. And on Wednesday, 15 January 2025, time 6 a.m. Venue, University of Ibadan, Old Sport Field SUB. Ministering, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, featuring healing, breakthrough, deliverance, salvation, and lots more. We will see Jesus. Good news awaits you. Announcer, University of Ibadan Christian Family Fellowship.
We suffered a lot, but we sacrificed a lot as a team. And at the end, you get this, and like a big momentum for him with the first penalty, and then another save here. And we are really happy for him because he deserves. It's tough to be second goalkeeper. He came here to play. He didn't get his chance. Whenever he gets his chances, he's He's top class for us. He's top class for us in training. He's always there. He's always available for everyone that needs something from him, and he truly deserves this moment.
Alte, you have won player of the match. You saved a penalty in normal time and then were a hero in that shootout.
Yeah, I just help my team. I'm working every day. I have passion. I want to help this great team. You can see here, orphans, and I want to make everyone happy for this great club. I'm working every day. You already say everything. And if you're not playing, doesn't matter. You have to be ready every minute, every second. If you are Manchester United player, you have to be ready always. Thank you.
All right. That was it right there from Heart to Bayenda. Well, yesterday, if you came across the statement Tokila, yes, it was a Turkish goalkeeper who actually saw brightly for Manchester United and set tongues wagging right there at the Emirates Stadium. You talk about it, the man from Turkey. Yes, Heart to Bayenda. What has always been understudy? Yes, understudy to one man. I'm talking about Andre Onana. And yesterday was a beautiful actually seeing what he was able to do right there. But before we delve into the thick of that, let's go pay some bills and then we'll be right back to actually give you something that came from the Emirates FA.
Hallelujah! Àkókò tún ti tó fún Ọlọ́run ìjọ Àpọ́sítélì Kristi láti tún falẹ̀ ya fún iṣẹ́ àmì àti ìyanu lórúkọ Jésù Kristi nínú ìpàdé àdúrà tamátàsé ní gbogbo Tuesday ní CAC Fitri Center number 6 Ogoluwa Estate bus stop zone 1 Alágbọ̀n area Kúmọ̀pàyí road Olódó Ìbàdàn aago 9 àárọ̀ sí 12 àti ní gbogbo Wednesday ní CAC Fitri Center Gbági Akínbádé junction jẹ́ kí ọlọ́kadà ṣáájú rẹ dé CAC Fitri Center lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ B&D renters aago 9 àárọ̀ sí 12 bákan náà lẹ́yìn àdúrà aago 12 ní àyè tó wà fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti rí bàbá Pastor Dr. Stephen O. Ajayi fún ìgbanímọ̀ràn àti àdúrà kìlógún tó dé bá tó ń sunkún lé lórí gbé wá pàdé Jésù oníṣẹ́ ìyanu nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tá a fi rán ikọ̀ Ọlọ́run Pastor Dr. S.O. Ajayi ó sì lẹ́rìí titun lórúkọ Jésù. hello 003-470-9282 Atamátàsé prayer every Tuesday at CAC Fitri Center number 6 Ogoluwa Estate bus stop zone 1 Alágbọ̀n area Kúmọ̀pàyí road Olódó Ìbàdàn and every Wednesday at Victory Center Gbági Akínbádé junction beside B&D renters Ìbàdàn is going to be powerful. Be there.
Alright, yes, that did happen yesterday. Beautiful scenes out here, and of course, it was crazy. Looking at the battles that happened right there at the Emirates Stadium, the one between Arsenal and Manchester United. Well, of course, it's no longer news. 10-man Manchester United were able to get the victory. Oh, well. Come on. You talk about the scenes right there. Went to the lottery of penalties, and it was crazy. Watching out for Manchester United, and yes, it was quite crazy. Looking at the setup under Ruben Amorim, the differences right there. And of course, no people talking about the desires from these guys. Oh, crazy out here. Yeah, and of course, it was actually that beautiful goal from Bruno Fernandes that actually set it all open. And of course, what a run, what a counter attack right there from those guys. And while everybody was actually, pushing through and gunning on all fronts, it was at the back where we saw a stellar performance from the man known as Arthur Bayenda. Well, of course, at first it looked like this guy was a bit shaky with his distribution of the ball, but hey, cup magic, he rolled back in, and of course, he got something going for them. He will serve the penalty from Martin Odegaard, the captain of Arsenal, and of course, not too long after. It was quite interesting, the scenes right there, as he also saved one from Kai Havertz, who had floundered some chances when you talk about it. boy, oh boy. There was a red card to Diogo Dalot, and of course a lot of people talking about that moment. Well, of course, the results are crazy. They're piling in, and of course, it was beautiful scenes across different centers. Hull City, they played a 1-1 draw with Doncaster, but then they went to the lottery of penalties. It was Doncaster Rovers who actually emerged victorious at the end of that encounter. For Tottenham, it took extra time before they were able to get the victory over Tamworth. And of course, talking about that game, 3-0 to the Cood. Well, two teams right there. Just before the start of the game, It was beautiful to see the scenes right there as the net had to be adjusted accordingly and properly right there for Tamworth, and it was one of the players who was lifted high. A lot of people applauding that moment, and yes, it was crazy actually. And then of course the physio of Tamworth actually got some rave reviews. The way she actually took care of the players and all of that. A lot of people say, okay, yes, it is beautiful. We love seeing the scenes, and of course, cup magic, I tell ya. Crystal Palace at the Sellers Park, they were able to get one over Stockport County. It was Belechi Eze who did what he knows how to do best. Ipswich Town, okay, yes, they ran it, and of course, they got victorious against Bristol Rovers. 3 goals to the good right there. None conceded, 3 intended in their favor. And of course, a banger of goals. Yes, it happened between Newcastle United and Bromley. 3-1 it ended, 4 goals. And of course, you talk about the blockbuster goals that we saw in there. The Saints went marching on. Southampton defeating Swansea 3 goals to nothing. And of course, it was magnificent looking at how the sides were able to pull the strings. All right, let's get into it. The fixtures for the next round of games. Boy, it is a reunion for Manchester United and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Manchester United are going to be up against Leicester City. That's the statement right there. Leeds United, they're going to be playing against Millwall or Dagenham and Redbridge. Right, that's the statement. Of course, the Brighton are up against Chelsea at the Amex. The winner between the tie of Preston Norton and Charlton Athletic will face Wycombe Wanderers. Exeter City, they are up against Nottingham Forest. Coventry City against Ipswich Town. Blackburn Rovers against Wolves. We have Mansfield Town or Wigan against Fulham. Birmingham City against Newcastle United. Plymouth Argyle, they are up against Liverpool. Everton against Bournemouth. Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur. Southampton against Burnley. Leyton Orient or Derby County will be up against Manchester City, who chased away Ryan Giggs and the Salford City. Doncaster Rovers have a date with Crystal Palace at their home side. And of course, Stoke City are up against Cardiff City. That's how the fixtures roll right there, talking about these games. And of course, you say it is beautiful scenes right there. Well, that was not the magic of the cup alone. Let me give you this one. It was quite interesting, noting that we had about 6 teams in the Premier League who had their male and female teams emerge victorious. Right there. And of course, you talk about Aston Villa, both their men and their women's side, they won in the FA Cup, the men and the women's FA Cup. For Chelsea, it was the same. Manchester City, it was the same. Manchester United, well, 7 goals to the good, the women won. And of course, Newcastle United also have their female team do the same. While the Queens from Wolves, oh boy, I wonder what the female Wolves are called right there. And of course, it was quite interesting to see that these sides all had fine runs. And of course, there is this history. Ruben Amorim, as a coach, has eliminated Arsenal on penalties twice with different teams, with a red card for both of those sides. In the Europa League 2023, Arsenal were up against Sporting. It was a 1-1 draw, and they won 5-3 on penalties despite having a man sent out.